Yes, the Reds. It's the Anfield Wrap post-match pint after Liverpool 1, Real Madrid 0. And let's be honest, Phil Blundell, let's be honest, George Trad, it would have been Liverpool 5, Real Madrid 0. It would have been Liverpool 6, Real Madrid 0 if it wasn't for Thibaut Courtois. Imagine the pint the day he retires.
Honestly, it gets to the point where we have shots against him and I just sit still. Because there's no point getting excited about anything. Like, I still don't think the goal, I still think he's probably going to save the goal. It's ridiculous, honestly.
He got a hand to it, didn't he?
No, I think it just went straight through him. I think it just went straight through his hands. It was about the only way he couldn't save it.
Must have a pair of all sport carriers on.
You sort of half forgot about it, didn't you? And then the one where Szoboszlai goes through, and Wirtz plays Szoboszlai in, sort of about 25, 30 in, and you're like, oh, forgot about this twat.
It's some save, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
I've never seen anyone fill a goal up like him. And then he can get down in the corners. Usually when someone's that big, they can't get into the corners. And he must be in people's heads. Dan
Austin said to me, since the 2022 final, something like 26% of the saves he's made in the Champions League have been against Liverpool.
Wow,
what a
stat.
I can well believe that.
Sounds about right.
But enough about him, enough about them. Tonight was all about the Reds. Arne Slot under pressure. Should he have gone full strength against Crystal Palace?
I think. Listen, there's been enough column inches and enough words spoken on these podcasts about that. But I do think tonight was a victory for the collective. It was a victory for intensity. It was a victory for when you see individual players wanting to go on to achieve individual things. The power of the collective tonight was just phenomenal. The power of Anfield, the shape of the team. They fought for each other like cats and dogs. They fought tooth and nail for each other tonight through their intensity. They backed up their mate. They booted Real Madrid when they needed to be booted. They stood up to them when they needed to be stood up to. And God, they'll walk out of there 10 feet tall tonight, as we all did. The crowd were phenomenal tonight. The intensity of the crowd was unbelievable. My ears are whistling from my own whistling. That's how bad it is. But listen, I loved every minute, and we'll get on to the latter part of the game. But the whole evening, there was no possibility of another victor tonight in Liverpool. No. At half-time, we all went down and went, what time are we scoring? Courtois was being Spider-Man in goal, and we just knew it was only a matter of time, and it was phenomenal tonight. Delighted.
Madrid could still be playing and they wouldn't have scored. I thought Liverpool were magnificent, and you're right, the atmosphere, a great European night. Anfield for me is never better when a team of prima donnas who think they're better than us rock up, and we just say, no, not tonight. And I just thought everybody epitomised that, front to back, the work rate, the effort, the midfield. Wirtz tireless, Ekitike tireless, but the two fullbacks, outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do Robertson first. The last sort of couple of weeks, I think people have given Robertson a little bit too much just simply because he was in Kirkers. Like, for example, and I'm going to sound like Chris is there, I'm not. I'm coming on to a wider point. For example, the Matty Cash one that it's the post that Mamardashvili cut over. He's pushed into a mad position. And if it goes in, he's probably going to get criticised for it because people will go, the fuck's he doing there?
Don't get a lot of change from Matty Cash.
Whereas he's in the last... It's not AFQ, George, fucking hell. And in the last couple of games, I think he's done a lot of stuff wrong. Whereas tonight, he absolutely didn't. He was absolutely unbelievable, and it wasn't one of those where people can look at him and go, well, he's not Kirkers and I don't like Kirkers and I just prefer watching him. But tonight he was genuinely outstanding.
He was praising him for his actual contribution.
That was peak Andy Robertson from 5 years ago.
But I think what helped him was having a player ahead of him in Florian Wirtz who was so keen for a 1-2, and he was just going, Florian Wirtz shows for the ball at every angle, at every opportunity, and gave Robertson the opportunity to go, I'll give it to you because I know I'm getting it back. If I run into the space, I'm getting it back. And it just creates that industry on the left side that we've missed so far this season.
I think the thing that Wirtz had was a level of unpredictability about where he was going to go. And he was left, but he wasn't left, was he?
He changed Ekitike
a lot, had the ability to float, he had the ability, he was playing centre forward for a while, he was going wide, he was just flitting into pockets, and it meant they didn't really know where he was. I thought it was quite interesting that it meant they were playing Valverde at right back, who's not really a right back, is he? So it meant that he's naturally wanting to come in, and that made... The amount of times Robertson had space to bomb into, it was like watching old school Andy Robertson, and old school Andy Robertson is the best left back in the history of Liverpool Football Club.
I said on a show at the weekend, after the Villa game, I said, "There's in my mind's eye when I'm old and grey, I will picture Andy Robertson hurtling towards the Kop on a counter attack. I love to watch him play. There was a little period of space, maybe 5 minutes in the second half, where he's the man in the moment in the box, wins a big header." He clears our lines really well. and then he receives the ball and he's running straight at them and he's running infield and causing them so many issues and making them think. And then the dynamism and the direct running of Bradley as well on the opposite flank. And what a job he did defensively, Bradley. Obviously, he's had some criticism this season.
YouTube, press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.